And the reason why we were just talking about a very powerful movement is when I worked with Jason in coaching sessions one-on-one, and he was taking me from a very bad place to obviously a much, 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 much better place, a very good place today. And he had me write letters to my younger self. And at the time, I thought, I'm going to be honest with you, Jason, that was kooky. I'm like, why am I writing letters to my younger self? It's kooky, man.
It's a very messed up assignment.
I tell you what, when I took it to heart, and I took everything to heart, even in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is kind of silly, but he asked me to do this. I'm going to do this. There's a reason for it. And Jason, you're going to expose that in just a moment. But I had to write letters to my younger self, and some of these letters were so tough to write at the time, but so powerful, because I basically had to tell myself, look where we are today. So I had to break it all down. I know you're going through some really crazy crap, talking to myself, but look at what you're going to get today. You're going to have this beautiful wife. You're going to travel the world. You're going to adopt this amazing boy. You're going to have 2 older kids. You're going to have, now I have a grandkid. I didn't even know about that in the letter to myself. And there's so many things I would have missed out on had I given up as a child. And there's so many things I take for granted had I not written these letters. So our quote today is, to my younger self, the pain from our past isn't useless. Those triggers once kept us alive. They sharpened us, protected us, carried us through what should have never happened. With the right support and the right tools, this man sitting next to me, they don't have to run our life anymore. What once saved me can become the fire that drives me to live with purpose. Jason.
Man, Drew, and you're coming up with all this stuff, huh? All these quotes, man. These are powerful stuff.
Not too bad for a dyslexic guy, huh?
This is really good. What I remember the most, and the exercise that I believe you're referring to, the very first letter. And you're right, it is a very kooky assignment. It's hard to explain until you actually go through it. Mm-hmm. And I'm speaking directly to the men right now, because the men have a really hard time doing this exercise. We're so disconnected from those things. The amount of times that I ask a man to close his eyes and visualize something when I'm doing a one-to-one call, he can't keep his eyes closed for more than 30 seconds because there's something so uncomfortable about sitting in that level of uncertainty and trying to feel things in your body. But the very first one, I want everybody to just imagine for a second, like pretend with me, imagine, use the power of your mind and go through this visualization exercise of going back and sitting with the youngest version of yourself that you can remember, where life was good, and sit down with him and tell him, hey, your life's about to turn to shit. It's about to get really hard. It's about to get really painful. You're going to go through some things that are going to hurt you, and you're not going to understand why. And you're going to feel things that you didn't know you could feel. This overwhelming sadness and grief and despair, and you're not going to understand it. You're not going to be able to comprehend it, and you're going to feel so alone. And there's going to be times where you cry yourself to sleep, and times where you just wish everybody would just disappear so that you could get away from the pain that you're living in. And then you're going to learn to adapt, and you're going to learn to cope, and you're going to try to do whatever it takes to survive, because what you're going through is going to be really hard. And you're talking to this 6, 7, 8-year-old kid, sitting down with him in his room in his dark, scary corner because he doesn't have anywhere else to go. And you're just telling him, hey, it's going to get hard, but you're going to get through it. We're going to be okay. I want you to hold on to everything that we have to look forward to. And then you were explaining to him about how you get to travel the world, and you have this beautiful wife who's going to be there to support you, kids and grandkids, and a cool job, and beautiful, beautiful life ahead.